Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. And today, yes, we have another black ship grooming, kind of like these. So I got another sample. And we have a brand spanking new, never used Merkur Futur razor, adjustable. So yes, after I returned the last razor that I had, the last shave I did was the what was it? Not the Merkur, the R41. Who was that? I forgot who that. Mila R41. Well, when I returned that and cleaned it up and returned it all to him, well, he did swapped around and he let me try his other brand new razor. So Merkur Futur today. So I'm thinking to myself, this is 2 weeks in a row that my neighbor Steve has given me two aggressive razors to use. I wonder if there's ulterior motives there. He wants to see a little blood in the videos. I don't know. I'm just saying. just good natured fun with my buddy Steve across the street. Yeah. So he was very gracious. So yeah, thank you, Steve, for lending me this and taking my abuse. I know. But yeah, so we're gonna have some fun trying this today. And I'm mixed on the Future razor. It's got a reputation of being aggressive, especially on the number 6 settings. If you can see, let's see, let me get my glasses on so I can show you closer if possible here. There's the 6. Okay, it goes up to 6. Can you see that? It goes up to 6, but in there's a dot in between, so there's like half notches too. So really it's like, all those in between settings too. So it's like 11 total settings, something like that to set this at. So yes, and the reason I'm mixed on this razor is I was watching a few reviews. I wanted to see what other people said about it too, just to see if there's anything I wanted to touch on, that type of thing. Some people go into these things absolutely cold. On this razor, I felt like I wanted to go and just get a little history on it to see. It's been around for a while, and it's got a real fan base to it. So it's like definitely wanted to try it. But I mean, I've heard it's such a reputation for being aggressive. But when I was watching Geo Fatboy's one of his videos, he's got several on this razor. I think it was his number 3 daily shave video on the Merkur Future that he was talking about it. A Merkur 34C equates to like a level 3 or 4 on that. That particular razor is so mild, it's not even in my collection. It's too mild for me. I don't like it. Don't really care for it from my taste. This is me. A lot of people absolutely love its favorite razor. Just doesn't wow me. So yeah, it's not my collection anymore. So I'm wondering, well, how aggressive could this be? But they tell me that 6 is supposed to be aggressive, so we're going to do that today. We're going to start on level 6 with my 2-day growth. Got a 2-day growth there, so my normal Saturday shaving is 2-day growth. So we're going to start on that and see what happens. So let me pause, wash the face, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. Face is washed. I have not already pre-whipped up the shaving cream. I have not. So I just thought, sometimes I like to show it to you. So we've got the Captain's Choice Copper Bowl today. I try to switch them out. And we have a natural hair brush today. 2 shakes and a squeeze. It's been soaking in the sink with the bowl, so they're all warm. It's the Razorock Barrel brush, 24 millimeter natural boar hair brush. This is a Best Badger quality brush. So got my soap squished in the bottom. Soft, scrubbly soap, nothing big there. I'm going to throw in a little bit of water here. Yeah, just feel like doing that to start. And let's go. Oh, that smells good. It's whipping up good. We're about halfway there right now, and it's looking actually pretty darn good. But we're gonna keep going. I'm doing 250 swirls because I mushed it in the bottom, so yeah, it gets that extra. Okay, that is plenty. And yeah, it's whipped up good amount. It's a lot in there. So yes, more than my usual. So yeah, that whipped up really good with that natural hair boar brush and the Captain's Choice bowl. Yeah, good results. Video quality results. Sorry, I know you don't pay extra for the humor, I know. So yeah, so we got that to go, but of course now it's been a couple of minutes. Let me splash on some water. So I have a sink, splash it on, dry out my hands, and here we go. It's been so long since I've used a natural hair brush. I've only got two of them, and most, all my other brushes are all synthetics. That's kind of the way I'm going nowadays. Synthetics are easier. You don't have to soak them first. So yes, this soaked for a few minutes while I was, washing my hair and everything, cleaning up, washing my teeth, all that stuff. So the brush was soaking. So they do take a little bit more effort because you do want to soak them first, saturate the bristles, soften them up a bit. And of course, the boar is, the badger, best badger brush. The badger is softer than the boar brushes, in my opinion. Of course, I started off with a boar brush, like a lot of you did. Got it from the drugstore, green handle. You know the one. Yeah, that's what I started with, and that's long since gone, fell apart, all that. And then got into synthetic brushes. Actually, I had another since then. I had another boar brush because the synthetics just hadn't taken off yet in this country. So I had another boar brush, and it was a cheapie I got off of eBay, I think, and that didn't last too long either. It fell apart. That's what happens with the cheapie brushes. But then I got the synthetic. I got the one that Razorock came out with. I think they were like the first that I was aware of. Oops, I'm wetting this razor and I haven't even loaded it yet. Let me try that off. But yeah, so it's like a lot of you did the same, and you who are coming newer into this, yeah, you start with the synthetic. It's just so much easier. But we're gonna start now. We're gonna take the cap off, and this is just easy. I turned it down to a number 1. I think I was just playing with this. I didn't come with instructions, but I noticed that if I turn it down to number 1, let's see, is it number 1? Turn it down. Where's the indicator? Where's the button? There it is. No, that's 6. Down to, it wasn't 1. So I'm gonna, one end has a little overhang, a little easy to pull out there. I'm gonna put up my thumb, and the other one doesn't smooth. So you can tell it's just easier to pop up like that way. Yep, and it just kind of pops off. Here we go. And I've seen guys load it here, and I've seen guys load it here. So I'm just gonna put that down. And yes, we're not starting with an Astro blade. I was going to, but when I heard that level 3 to 4 was like a Merkur, it's kind of mild, I think, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and go right to my tried and true Silver Blue from Gillette. So that's what I'm starting with. I felt brave enough to do that. Interesting, just interesting this way this goes. There we go. Sorry, I was just pushing it together out of camera. Sorry. There, so it's together. Rip it off a little bit. There we go. Make it a little shinier. There we go. So, is it all? Oh, it wasn't all the way down. Oh, good thing I checked. It's down now. Now, yeah, it didn't look even. Now it looks even. So now it's level. It wasn't a great level. So yeah, pay attention. Make sure that cap is on there. And now, see the gap on. I mean, yes, it's got a bunch of gap, but there's a gap there and a little bit of exposure. But what happens when we turn this to number 6? And I've been warned that if you hold it this way and do it, if it twists out, you can slice your finger. So I'm going to try and be real careful. Okay, whoops, did I get this right? Yes, I did. So it's on like number 6. So there we go. So look at that. Now look at it. So it basically just, the bar drops it. That's all. Basically, it's just elevation difference. That's how these adjust. That's how all these adjusters do. They just give you more blade gap. So warming it up. Glasses off so I can see in the mirror better. Focus. And pass 1. Level 6. Merkur Futur. Oh, okay. Feel that blade. But there's not an over amount of exposure to this gap. So actually that was surprisingly smooth. Okay, it's an interesting feel. That feels different than other adjustables with a lot of gap. It does. How can I describe that? It has a different feel to it. A little tougher to aim on the sides here. I mean, yes, I don't really have sideburns per se, but if you do, that part's a little tougher. The head's so big. It's going very smooth. It's not jumping or anything, no chatter. I would not expect this to be a start in the nose. Look how big that thing is. That head is kind of large. I am liking this. I mean, I'm trying to go careful here. I am feeling in the full level 6. I am feeling it like if I just slightest little misstep, and it's going to cut me. I mean, it does have that feel like it could come out and get me. But okay. All right. I'm just seeing how close we can come in. And yeah, I can't go in it yet. I did get myself a little bit there. I felt it. Okay. Put that down on the washcloth. Let's go ahead and lather up for pass 2. Oh, the soap. It's Flagship Grooming Thomas 2, which is a citrus. It's orange, blood orange, lemon, a little bit of amber in there, I think I read. Very citrus forward, very much so. Make a nice, for me, a nice spring summer soap. It's you know, it's got the sweetness of the citrus, but that little bit of amber just you know, just to mill it out a bit. And it does a nice job. That way it's not overly sweet. So I think it's a nicely balanced scent soap. I really do like the scent. I've always been kind of partial to Flagship Groomings too for their quality, for their ingredients. They just seem to work for me. Like them. On my skin, they work well. And that's the thing too, is like, what does your skin tolerate? My skin doesn't tolerate all soaps. I had one, what's the Amici soap from Italian Barber. My skin can't take the ingredients, the spice stuff in it. It can't take it. It gets all red. So, and I love the smell. Absolutely love it. I think it's a phenomenal scent. Super inexpensive soap. Not the greatest protector, but for a budget-friendly soap, yeah, really, it's a diamond in the rough. But my skin just can't take it. Okay, yeah, that wants to come out and get me. Okay, so yeah, it's got a nice reputation. Not getting in. Oh, actually, it got in closer than I thought it got in there. I feel that I can really, this thing would really want to reach out and bite me. I'm feeling that. I am feeling that. Yeah, I think for pass 2 next time I would back this off. That's 6 on the second pass. It's a bit much for me. More than I prefer, more than I enjoy. And that's what to say it's about. It's about enjoying your shave. I feel like it wants to catch the edges of my lip here. It's doing us. I mean, the shave is superb, but it wants to get me. I feel like this is a wild Mustang that needs to be tamed. Yeah, I'm feeling like just little micro necks. I'm feeling them. So I'm not seeing any blood, but I'm feeling it. So yeah, level 6 is, I think, a bit too much for that second pass. So for the pass 3, yeah, we're going to back that way down. So I'm going to see, I'm not going to back it all the way down, especially if it's going to be that mild on level 3. So I'm just going to go down level 3. Let's see here. I'm going to use, because everything's wet, I don't want to cut myself. I see like others too, they say, yeah, hold it in a towel or something. Don't hold it in your bare hands. So where's the little button? There it is. I'm looking right there where the line is, where it shows the number 6. So I'm going to back that down. back. Okay, so now it's on 3. So that's what I'm going to do. So the third pass is going to be on 3. I got a little micro nick there that's already stopped bleeding. But that one, I felt that was not as comfortable as I would prefer it to be. But hey, brand new razor, using it for the first time. Got to put it through its paces. Whoops, not too high up because I don't want to go under my lip. And I'm done with under the nose there. Admirable job, actually. Got in there good from that side angle stuff. Yeah, I got in there. There's a little bit right here. I'm not chasing it. Not on this razor. Okay, we'll put a little water on that. Dipping the tips of the brush in that water. There we go. Moisten that up a little bit. Felt like it was drying out just a tick. And you can tell it starts feeling a little, so it feels a little dry in your face. Yeah, put a little more water on. So, okay, let's warm up this razor. So number 3 instead, and this will be against the grain. Oh, okay, that feels smooth. Now it's feeling like the first pass on 6 there. It has that kind of feel to it again. That second pass lost that feel. So once those lip scissors gone with that much blade gap, it's like, yeah. It turned into a wild piranha. But now, yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's definitely got some smoothness back. Oh, did I get myself there? Yep, because I got like a little something there. So yeah, it nicked it. It's bleeding a little bit. Fast. I guess fast too. I don't know. Or just now. And I know Geo Fat Boy did say, you don't want to give it too much angle. You don't want to be dragging that blade too much here. So almost that riding the cap thing, that's kind of what you want to do. Maybe that's what I should have been doing on the last pass, which I wasn't doing. Oh yeah, that's feeling nice. Oh yeah, yeah. Stretching the skin, really feeling it. Okay, and I'm just for giggles, I'm gonna put a little water on there. Give it that little bit. A little buffing. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Oh yeah, that's a nice shave. Dang, Steve, you got a couple of good razors there. So yeah, more riding the cap type of shave here, and that's working well. Feels real mild here. Do I feel, is it like Merkur 34C mild? Maybe just a tick more. Maybe just a tick. Just barely, I think. That's just my opinion. Just because I don't get this kind of shave out of a 34C. But on 3, this got really tamed down. So I can't see me using this on level 6, like first pass, like all the time. I mean, did an admirable job, 2 days growth, you know, knocking down. I think a 4 or 5 might have been just as good. And, you know, if I were to buy one of these, and I would play with that, you know, starting with 4 or 5 and then knocking it down to 3. Probably what I would do. But in this case, yeah, 3, yeah, I can't see me wanting anything less than a 3. That is a nice shave, and 3 was way more tame to deal with and not feel like I was going to get bit. Yeah. Funny, all those characteristics in one razor. That's funny. But that worked well. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. So my only mistake there was, yeah, leaving on 6 for the second pass. Bit aggressive for my taste. But, yeah, once I came down to 3 on the third pass, wowie, that did good. That did real good. So, yes, I got this razor for the week. So, yeah, I'll be playing with it tomorrow. Or, yeah, tomorrow, Sunday, I do shave again. So I'll probably do like a level 3, since it's 2 days in a row, I'll probably leave it on level 3 for all 3 passes. But then the next shave after that will be Tuesday, so I'll have 2 days of growth again. So then I'll probably do like a 6, 4, 3 or so. I'll play with it. We'll see. I'm going to decide on that day probably. But very pleased with the shave. Very pleased. Let me pause. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back. Okay, I just turned the water on to cool it down, so it's cooled down. There we go. So yeah, shave went well. Yeah, I got this little spot here too that's bleeding, but there is a like little mole or something there, just a baby one there. So yeah, I nicked it a little bit. So yeah, we'll treat that here in a minute with the alum. Get that squared away. In fact, let's do that first, then we'll talk more about the equipment. So turn that on. Let me get 2 splashes of cold water to close up those pores. Be right back. Alrighty, let's get that on there. Little cut spot, there we go. Oh, a little spot, yeah, peeling. Better peel it here. Yeah. Didn't feel it near as bad as I thought I was going to feel it today. Thought it was going to be worse. But no, wasn't too bad. Here, like sure, and right there, sure, because you saw those little mini bleeders there. It looks like that's, is that stopping? Looks like that's stopping with just this, so I don't need to go any further. Don't need to pull out the styptic pencil. That's good enough. You're thinking to yourself, well, do I need a styptic pencil if I have alum? And I'm telling you, yes. So if you got a good cut where you really, slice yourself good, this isn't going to cut it. Of course, it's good antiseptic, and it does the little micro ones. It does great. The bigger ones, I still reach for my styptic pencil. I do. It's in there, rarely gets used, but I got one. So yeah, okay, that felt good. Now let's follow it up a little aftershave. Here it is. Different because I don't have a matching aftershave for that. I didn't see the samples for that. I didn't know what this was, so I bought it just because I didn't know, and I figured that's a good way to try it. It's called 01 Aftershave Blue Mediterranean. Meggert's had it, I bought it. Just trying new things, show you. And of course, I don't spray my face because then I end up inhaling it, I get my eyes. Spray my hand. There we go, about 10 sprays. And this is sweet. Do I sense a little, the cooling stuff, what do you call that? It's got a cooling feel to it. So yeah, nice, pleasant, light, very light. Probably about a level 2, I'd say. But pleasant, very nice, and a little bit of, what's the cooling stuff? I'm brain cramping, I can't think of it. The stuff you have it in soaps and aftershaves, and it's the cooling, and it cools it down. Well, whatever that is, I can't remember. It's in here, I can tell, I can feel it. But yeah, did a nice little job. Cool, I like that. So let's review today. Okay, of course, the Razorock Best Badger brush worked well. You saw the lather whipped up. Of course, the Cupton's Choice Bowl. I will tell you, there's a little bit left in there. So I will use that for tomorrow morning shave. So that's going to be that, so I don't have to reload anything. Because we all know that, let me put the cap back on this one, tight. That this is, now that I've used it once, it's going in the giveaway. So I'm just going to put that aside. I have a little giveaway. Once that dries, completely dries out, I'll put it over here. Let it dry out for a day, totally dry. So I did before I put it in the bag, and I just have a bag that I'm collecting them in for a giveaway. So so you can pass it on to you. You can try it. You pass it on to other people. That's kind of the way that works. Oh, nice shave. Really, really enjoying that shave. Other than the second pass was not comfortable. A little too aggressive for me, but I was trying to not cut myself. But yeah. So hey, it's a live and learn moment. But this Merkur Futur, yeah, digging this razor. Really like that. Oh, and I didn't tell you how it's hefty. This has got some weight. Now we all know that I don't like smooth handles, and this is a glossy, smooth chrome smooth handle. But look at this middle section. I found it was easy just because that's the balance point. I found it easy when doing against the grain. There's enough lip there that it never felt like it was going to slip out of my hands. I didn't feel that. And I've got product in my hair today, so yes, I've already used product. Not a super greasy product, so there wasn't really residual slickness on my fingers from that. But I can tell you, it felt firm and confident in my hand. I think it had a lot to do with the weight that was with that. So yeah, so I'm willing to give it a little pass on not having any kind of aggressiveness for holding on to, because the shape of the razor helped me hold on to it. So yeah, it gets points for that. So Steve, thank you again very much for letting me use that razor. Really feel good, and I'm going to play with it through the week, and I'll give you some tips, when I go to return it to you. Okay, let me see, we've got the aftershave, got all that. So here's a question for you guys. What other more aggressive razors do you use? Do you like? Do you want to talk about? And then my last comment is I used the R41 last week for 4 days, and this will be used for 4 days. And there's going to be those questions about which is more aggressive. I think they're aggressive in different ways. So this one felt more like a wild Mustang, like it just really wanted to reach out and bite me on that level 6 on that second pass. I could feel this like little micro nicks going on the like on the edge of the razor blade, things like that. I could feel that. I didn't feel that on the R41. So the R41 was more tamed. I mean, yes, it was aggressive, but this to me felt more edgy, basically just not as refined. And I think that's what the difference is. So this on that level 6 across the grain, when there wasn't all that extra hair to slice off, it was feeling like, yeah, it could really reach out and bite me. So and that's why I would do it at a lower setting for pass 2 next time. So I hope that helps you understand the difference between the two a little bit. One I found, and yes, I've used this once, but I knew what it was doing to me. So, so yeah, both aggressive. It's just that I feel this one can reach out and bite you a little easier than the R41. But I found the R41, as far as how it's taken out the hair and all that, equally as aggressive. I don't find this any more aggressive than the R41 was. This on level 6, I don't. That's my opinion. Some of you think that this is way more. I didn't find that. I just think this is just a little harder to control on those edges, those corners of the blade. That's what I felt. So, what do you think? If you've got both, tell me what you think. I mean, because we all want to hear. We want to hear what different experiences. It doesn't matter that you disagree with me and have another opinion. Cool. We're all here to learn. So, yeah. Put a note in there. But of course, like and subscribe my video, please. It helps. It helps grow the channel, all that, and other people see it and all that. So yeah, trying to grow the channel here. So I appreciate your subscription to the channel. But with that, I want to say, guys, hope you enjoyed and go with God.